Have you ever wondered how someone can shine so brightly in public, yet turn cold and cruel the moment the door closes? Behind every charming smile can hide a darker truth, a truth designed to make you question your own mind. In this video, you'll uncover the hidden psychology of dual-faced people, the ones who gaslight with kindness and manipulate through charm. Stay with me until the very end, because once you see how this mask works, you'll never mistake charisma for goodness again. Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss new psychology insights. They say truth wears no mask, but in psychology, some masks are worn so perfectly that even the victim begins to doubt their own reflection. A narcissist's charm isn't accidental. It's strategic. Every compliment, every graceful gesture, every act of generosity is a carefully orchestrated illusion meant to secure one thing: control. When you first meet them, you feel chosen, seen in a way few people ever make you feel. They remember your name, your story, your favorite drink. They mirror your emotions with surgical precision, and you think, finally, someone who understands me. But behind that warmth lies a cold equation: admiration in exchange for authenticity, applause instead of intimacy. In private, the charm fades like perfume in an empty room. What replaces it is criticism, dismissal, or silence so sharp it cuts through your confidence. And when you begin to question it, when you whisper, "Something feels off," they flip the script. "You're too sensitive," they say. "You always imagine things." That's not misunderstanding. That's gaslighting, an emotional manipulation designed to make you doubt your reality until theirs becomes the only one that matters. But the real trap isn't the cruelty itself. It's the contrast. Because the same person who wounds you at home can walk into a restaurant and become the picture of kindness. They'll pull out chairs, tip the waiter, laugh with friends, and sparkle under the lights of other people's admiration. And in that moment, you start to wonder if you're the problem. Because everyone else sees an angel, and you're the only one who's seen the devil behind the charm. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, the mental chaos that happens when two opposing realities collide. Your brain, desperate for safety, tries to choose the version that hurts less. So you minimize. You rationalize. You tell yourself they're stressed, tired, misunderstood, and slowly you trade your intuition for confusion, your peace for hope. The narcissist's secret weapon is social proof. The more people adore them publicly, the harder it becomes for you to trust your private experience. Friends start saying, "He's such a great guy," or "She's so lovely," and without realizing it, they become part of the illusion. You stop reaching out for help because explaining it makes you sound irrational. That isolation isn't an accident. It's part of the design. But here's the truth that flips the entire narrative. A person who truly loves you doesn't need an audience to be kind. Compassion that disappears behind closed doors was never compassion at all. It was performance. And no amount of charm in public can erase cruelty in private. Narcissistic abuse shrinks your world. It makes you smaller, quieter, more uncertain. You start apologizing for things you didn't do, over-explaining feelings you shouldn't have to justify, and living in constant anticipation of the next emotional storm. That's not love, that's conditioning. The relationship becomes a loop of devaluation and reward, pain followed by affection, chaos followed by calm, until your nervous system can no longer tell the difference between safety and survival. Yet once you see the pattern, everything changes. You begin to realize that the shift in their face, the cold eyes after the dinner party, the sudden silence in the car, those are not random moods. They're transitions between their two selves, the public actor and the private controller. And when you understand that, you stop personalizing the cruelty. You stop thinking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "Why do they need to wear a mask at all?" Science tells us that people who rely on narcissistic validation struggle deeply with shame. Their charm is a defense, not a gift. It's a shield to protect the fragile ego underneath. But knowing that doesn't mean you should excuse it. Understanding the wound doesn't mean you have to stay and bleed beside it. So, if you've ever found yourself questioning your own reality, wondering why someone so adored by others leaves you feeling invisible, remember this: you're not crazy. You're catching glimpses of both faces of the same person. And that awareness is your first act of freedom, because once you see the mask, it can never fool you again. The cruelest part of gaslighting isn't what it does to your mind. It's what it steals from your voice. One day you wake up, and your thoughts no longer sound like your own. They sound like their opinion of you. But here's the secret they never expect you to learn. The moment you start naming the pattern, it begins to lose its power. Because darkness can only survive in confusion, never in awareness. You are not too sensitive. You are not overreacting. You are awakening. And when you stop defending your reality and start trusting it again, the mask falls, the illusion shatters, and what's left is not weakness. It's clarity. The kind of clarity that rebuilds self-worth, one truth at a time. Maybe the cruelest illusion of all is believing that love can exist without honesty, because real love doesn't switch off when no one's watching. It doesn't perform for an audience or hide behind perfect manners. It stays consistent, quiet, and safe. If someone's kindness depends on who's in the room, that's not kindness. That's control. And once you start seeing through that act, the entire system of manipulation begins to fall apart. The truth is, awareness changes everything. The same eyes that once looked at them with confusion will one day see them with absolute clarity, and that clarity will set you free. So take this as your reminder. You don't need to match their mask with another mask. You just need to stay real. Because authenticity, not perfection, is what dismantles deception. In the end, masks always slip, and the truth, no matter how late, always finds its voice. Every creative genius hides a secret, a pattern of thought that turns chaos into brilliance. The next video uncovers that hidden truth. It's appearing on your screen right now. Tap it before it disappears. And don't forget to subscribe.